Bortle here at YCS Fort Worth with the winner of the Giant Card Speed Duel event. Wow, I can't believe it's actually a thing. That's a Giant Speed Duel card. So introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Mike Steinman. Speed duels are great, so.
Cool. What you use? Is there a specific name for your deck?
I played a deck, it's just called Warriors.
Okay. Yep. Show us the beauty.
Yeah, so the way the meta is right now, you either have to play Serpent Knight Dragon, which is, if you compare it to advanced format, the combo deck. Once it goes off, it's really hard to beat, so you have to main deck against it. So it's either Serpent Knight or you play this skill. It's called Hidden Parasite, and twice per duel, you can turn all the monsters on the field to insect-type monsters. And then you play 2 Eradicating Aerosols, which destroys all face-up insect monsters on the field. So that's what my strategy was. So I played Hidden Parasite as a skill. I played 3 Blade Knights. It's really big in the format. Gravekeeper is one of the top decks, and their best monster is 1700 attack, and this goes to 2000. So just a huge monster. Command Knight's the next monster. With these, this is 24. This creates a soft lock where if you have 2 on the field, your opponent can't attack them. So there are certain decks where they'll search 1 or 2 times, and this deck doesn't search at all. And you can just end on these 2 and you just deck them out. So that's good. Other than that, if you just get multiples of these on the field, they just add up all the attack, and it's really good. 2 Zombinas. When this card's destroyed by your opponent, you can monster reborn anything from the grave. So it's really good against other decks playing Hidden Parasite because you can summon it and it's a floater, or you can set it, and this only hits face-up monsters because it changes everything to insect. Other than that, it helps like set up this lock. It just brings back Blade Knight, just more normal summons because I play 7, but that's still not that many. It gives the deck longevity, so it's really good. And then my last monster is Hyper Hammerhead, just 1. The card pool is pretty small. I wanted another normal summon, and there's not much. This is really good because it can bounce Serpent Knight Dragon once it's on the field. Recruiter is a big card, and if you set this in defense, Recruiter bumps into it and gets bounced to the hand. You can attack into Recruiter, it's 1500 defense, gets bounced to the hand. And then you essentially have 3 copies because of Zombina. So it was nice. I just wanted another monster to summon turn 1.
Did you face all the Gravekeepers?
The tournament was mostly Gravekeeper and Serpent Knight Dragon, yeah. Yep. So it helped a lot. And then spells, I only play 2 Hidden Aerosols. It's a very grindy, Speed Duels is very grindy, so you're going back and forth. So you don't want to play a lot of spell cards and reactive cards in your hand. You want to just have field presence, lots of trap cards. So just these because you have to play it. If Serpent Knight didn't exist, I wouldn't want to play it because cards where you destroy on your turn are not that good to me because the opponent already attacked, dealt damage, drew out your trap card already. So not too good, but you have to play it. So just that. Against everything not Serpent Knight Dragon, you side it out. So, and for the traps, 3 Kunai. It's just the best trap card. It's a tilt card, and it puts attack points on monsters. And where you're already bigger than everything else, they have to Kunai over you, and then you Kunai back, and you win the game. 3 Windstorms. Just a really good trap card. There are a lot of aggressive decks, so being able to stop it all at once is really good. 2 Dust Tornadoes, like I said. You're running the biggest monsters in the game pretty much, so if you clear the back rows, you swing over the monsters, win the game, pretty simple. I wanted another tilt card, so I just played Security Orb. It's basically just turn an opponent's monster to defense mode. If it does get popped by your opponent's spell or trap effect, you can pop a monster on the field. But you have to be careful with that because you have to pop one so you could pop your own. So if you set like this in a monster and they Night Beam it, you have to pop your own card, so you have to be careful with it. But it's pretty good. So and that's the main deck, only 20 cards. For the side deck, whenever I'm not playing against Serpent Knight Dragon, like I said, I don't like this skill, so I side into It's My Lucky Day and Dice Food. So this turns this card into a Twin Twister, a costless Twin Twister. You can, if you roll a 5 on it, you can destroy 2 cards on the field. So you just, then this lets you roll the 5. Lets you choose your outcome.
Do you actually use this a lot?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really good in the grinding matchups where you're grinding with trap cards and you don't want the Hidden Parasite. And they see the skill, so they see that you sided into this, so they don't want to set 2, and then you can dust their cards. they're setting 1, they dust the cards. Eventually you can't play around it, then you hit them for 2. If not, you can just make it hit 1, so that's really good. It's just having the scare of it is the biggest appeal, but if you do get it off, it's nice. I don't want to play multiples because it only works once. And I do know you need to draw the card, so that's why people play 2. But even when you're not drawing it, just having this face up on the field is an advantage. So I side those 2 cards for grinding matchups. I side another Hammerhead for Serpent Knight Dragon, because you can attack it, just bounce it to the hand, and it's really hard for them to resummon it. It's really good against other decks like Relinquished, because you'll attack, and usually the monster will just fall off, and then you pass, and then they suck up. But this will bounce it to the hand. And it was important for me to play non-warrior cards because they side into warrior elimination. So you don't want to be caught with too many warriors. So you want to have like Zombina, Hyper Hammerhead. You want to set your command knight so you only have 1 warrior at one time. So it's really nice if you are just using Hammerheads and Zombinas and they have dead warrior eliminations. You win the game pretty quickly. Third Aerosol, just so you can draw it against Serpent Knight Dragon. You can only use that skill twice, but they play Champion's Vigilance, which is like a Solemn Judgment. It's just a negate. So if you flip your skill, they Solemn the first one, you have the second one, it's good to go. And I mean, if you see all 3, you can't use the third one, but you win because you're clearing it. Wild Tornado, this is just for Serpent Knight Dragon again. Their skill lets them pop cards, so when you set this, it's not optional for them. They have to pop a card, so they pop this. When this is destroyed, it pops Serpent Knight Dragon. So that's good. It's also good against decks with the face-up back rows, I guess, like Relinquished, when they attack into you. And then Ready for Intercepting. This is for, has a lot of applications. After sideboarding, it's good against Relinquished because it turns it down. But it lets you play around warrior elimination when they use it. Turn down Command Knight, it's got 1900 defense. They still can't swing over it. It's just good against other warrior and spellcaster type monsters. Mirror Match, Gravekeepers. So yeah, this is just all around good card, and that's it.
I noticed you mentioned Serpent Knight Dragon a lot. Did you actually face him?
Yeah, it was probably the most popular deck.
Wow, that's interesting. What are your thoughts on speed duels overall? Like, do you like that Konami's doing these events for these giant cards and stuff?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I hear they might do 2 a weekend, which would be really awesome. But it's like a blast from the past. It's like playing the old game, but it's different in certain ways, and it's really fun. So it's a nice alternative. I like advanced format too, but yeah, you should definitely pick up Speed Duel or just try it.
Okay, sweet. Well, congrats on your giant card, man.
Thank you.